up guys, it's Enrique here. In today's video, I'm actually going to be doing a review and also an installation on the hair triggers by eXtremeRate. These hair triggers are incredibly outstanding in my opinion. And here is why. So right here, I have a LED modded controller, but nothing on the triggers. Now let me show you the difference between a normal trigger and a hair trigger. So this right here, you're able to press all the way down. That's a normal trigger. Now, if we switch it up to a hair trigger, hold up 1 second, then put that one down. Now, this is a hair trigger. Like, do you see a difference? I'm pressing down. I'm pressing down. That's a hair trigger. These are the most efficient hair triggers that I have ever had for multiple reasons. One of the reasons are they're literally hair triggers. The second one is that you're able to use them whenever you're riding a vehicle in a game. This is mainly for first-person shooters. I do have to tell you that because I don't want you to think that just because your hit trigger is faster that you're able to use them in racing games. You might be able to, but that's not the purpose for this one. The purpose for this mod is for you to have a faster trigger response. So literally this is, I'm pressing it down. I don't know if you can hear it. That's a hair trigger. Now, this is for the Xbox Series X or S controller. There's only very few options out there for this controller. And I'll show you the other option that I have. Now this trigger stops are actually a grip-on. The one I'm going to show you today is actually a mod inside your controller. So there's a bit of soldering required, and if that scares you, then I highly suggest you go with this one because it's the only one out there in the market. Now I'm going to be removing these hair triggers, which I actually found out how to remove the grips much faster. Okay, so this is how you take easily a grip off. You put your finger in there. There you go. That's it. But now that I'll show you guys that, because I didn't show that in this video, I learned that here very soon, like a couple days ago. So that's that. So now, the things with these triggers is two things. I don't like the color. I don't like the color of the grip. I hate it. I know green stands for Xbox, and I know that. But I just hate the color. Another thing is that it does have two adjustable settings. If you put the trigger all the way up, it's not usable. Because yes, it's shorter, but it doesn't register whenever you press it. So it's pointless. So you have to put it in the middle. Now that we have this out of the way, I'm going to show you the version that works on here versus the hair triggers. Alright, you ready for this? So this on my right hand is the hair triggers, and the other one is the trigger stops. Trigger stops, hair triggers. Do you even see the trigger on my right hand move at all? That's incredible in my opinion. And now to the setting that it doesn't work, but that the highest trigger stop on this controller doesn't even equal anywhere close to the other one. So trigger stops right here, still moves, hair triggers. So this is why I'm a huge fan of this hair triggers, because they're literally hair triggers. But that's just my personal opinion, guys. You can choose whichever one you want. Either of them are a great option. Just this one's, you have more of a press than with the actual hair triggers by eXtremeRate. eXtremeRate is a company that I really like, and that I know for a fact that their products actually do work. So I'm always backing them up on everything that I do on this channel, because I do a lot of mods that they sent me out. So I know for a fact that they work and they are reliable. I'm not gonna sit here and say that every single mod out there works just the way that it should be, because you can never know if there is a misfunction on one of their mods. But here's the thing, they have a 1-year warranty, and also they have a great customer service. You can email them, contact them on any of the social medias. I'll have them down below, and they will be able to help you out. So that's why I'm always going with eXtremeRate, because they are reliable and they have great products out there. So that's the reason I use eXtremeRate a lot. A lot. So enough talking. I just want to show you guys how to install this kit. And if you do have any problems or any questions, make sure to leave them down in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to help you out. So without further ado, guys, let's get straight into the video.
For this mod, I'll be using the Daystrike controller. I'm personally a big fan of this controller because of the looks and design. This here trigger mod kit is by eXtremeRate. I'm always using their products because of their quality, 1-year warranty, and great customer service. In the kit, you'll find 4 button bases, but you only need 2, one right and one left. I'm guessing they included extras just in case something happened. Along with the trigger buttons, some extra screws, and the tools you'll need for this installation. I'll start by removing the side grips by inserting the wedging tool on top of the trigger side and twisting for the grip to crack open. And we repeat the same process on the other side. Now to the battery slot to access the middle screw. I do have to say that any modification that you do to a controller would void the warranty, besides the side grips. So I do want to make sure that you guys know about this. There's a total of 5 screws on the outside of the controller, 1 in the middle and 2 on each side grip. And then we can remove the faceplate and backplate. You don't have to remove the analog sticks, but I will, that way I can lay it better on the table. With the wedging tool, we'll remove the bumper guard. Now to remove the bumpers, there is a hook on each side of the bumper that we'll have to unhook to remove the bumpers. For this next part, we'll need 2 plastic bases, one right and one left. To identify which base goes on which side, the right base will say X3RT and the left base will say X3LT. Now we take the trigger buttons, and they also say RT for right and LT for left. The trigger buttons will be placed right in the middle of the trigger base. This will take some pressure, but don't try to jam it in with something else in your fingers. That way we can prevent something from breaking. And we repeat the same process for the left base. For this next step, we'll be using basic soldering skills. Personally, I don't think it's hard, but it will take a lot of patience. The bottom cable on the trigger button will have to be soldered to this ground on the top right corner. And I'll also have a picture for exact placing, that way you can know exactly which one I'm talking about. And the top cable will have to be soldered to TP68, located towards the bottom of the motherboard. Now for the right trigger button, the top cable will have to be soldered to TP67, located in the middle top of the motherboard. And the bottom cable to this ground. Your wires should look like this for it to work correctly. Now on the triggers, we'll undo the screw to place down the trigger base on top like so. And then screw in the screw back in place. And we'll repeat the same process on the opposite side. This is how the triggers will look like every time you press down with this trigger mod. Now it's time to put the controller back together. We'll start by the bumpers. Followed by the bumper guard. Then the analog sticks, the faceplate. Make sure to arrange the wires before you close up the controller. That way they're not in the way whenever you press the triggers or any button. Then put the backplate back on. Screw it in place. Put the grips back on. The batteries, and game on.
So that was it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a big thumbs up. It helps more than you know. And subscribe if you haven't done that already. It's completely free and completely up to you. So until next time, guys, I love ya, take care, and peace out.